You said you got the travelling bug, Dax. You
Yeah, yeah.
talked about that earlier. Now I distinctly remember going to Wincanton on a
Yeah.
Boxing Day, and your poor old dad there. If you thought he was miserable in the first part, he was absolutely distraught because the terrible tsunami had happened.
Yeah, yeah.
And where were you?
I was in Thailand.
In Thailand, yeah.
So a group of us had gone over from Japan, gone over there for Christmas, and we were so lucky because didn't really know where to go, so we chose the other side of Thailand from the Phuket side, which it hit really badly. So I think I was in Koh Phangan, which is just a little island,
Full moon party, basically.
that sort of thing. Yeah, it was great fun, and I remember sitting having a bit of food, and the only TV was on, in our bit where we were staying, and so obviously it was all in Thai, and you could see people kind of being like dragged out of water, and so me and my friends were like, "Oh my god, this looks bad," and so he said to the Thai guy, and he goes, "Oh no, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's nothing." So we were blissfully unaware. I had no idea that anything was going on. So I was basically drunk as a lord, stuffing my face with curry, and having a great time, and sitting on the beach, and I didn't ring home till I think 2 or 3 days.
Well, that was before mobile
Yeah,
phones
yeah,
and the
yeah.
internet and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there wasn't much.
What year was it? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. Sorry, but
It
yes.
was the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was totally unaware of it all. So yeah, it was quite scary.
About 98, 99, wasn't it?
But I remember being when I did come home. I think I was on the front of the paper. I've made the front of the Herald Express. Like, man made feared missing in Thailand, but he's fine. So it's still on the front page.
Well, Conrad phoned me up. Said,
Yeah.
Said, your dad's in. I said, yeah, don't talk about that. I can't talk about it. Yeah.
Must have been
So
depressing
now
for
it's
you,
very
Joe.
lucky. Yeah.
I do remember your sister was quite actively involved in the firm,
Yeah.
but she
Oh,
lives abroad
Danielle,
now,
yeah,
doesn't she,
yeah.
Danielle?
Yeah, Danielle's in Switzerland.
There's a great story about Danielle. She was about 14 at the time, and she went to Black Forest Point to Point. And we'd practice at home, and she said, "I've got it, Dad. I've got it. Don't worry, I've got it." So anyway, she's there poised. First bet, the first race. So it was Kinky Kevin. Everybody's got names on the track, you know. Kinky Kevin, the Bondage King of Chard, even 50. So she writes it down. So what are you doing? Writing a book? And all over the sheet she put 50 in the right place. Kinky Kevin, the Bondage King. And I said, no. I said, don't write a book. Just put even 50 down. She threw it down. She's right. Phone Mum. I'm going home. That was it. So luckily, one of the other guys were there. They took over, but Jackie came and picked her up. That was it.
But she worked. She used to rep for you at one point, didn't she?
Yeah. Anyway, she did for a little while, but then we got over that, and then when she was a bit older, she came back and she did Clark again. But yeah, she was. She did help me for about 12 months. Yeah, she was quite good. Good for business because all the blokes used to.
Right. So you said that she'd been working full time with the firm since the old boy retired for about 5 years.
Yeah.
But he's still about and he's hovering and that.
Yeah.
So how easy has it been worked together in such a highly charged business? Do you have rucks and stuff?
Not really. I think we've only had one fallout.
What was
Really?
that?
Well, don't know. But yeah, no, really. No, it's fine. It's fairly easy, really. Yeah, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
I think the thing is
too
that
bad.
race by race, we're pretty consistent. You know, we're totally consistent. We have
Yeah.
a favourite in place. Play the game basically. So.
Yeah, everything's in place. We're very consistent what we do. The staff we've got are very good, so it's everyone knows their jobs.
Yeah,
well.
we don't duck and dive.
Yeah,
We play the game basically. So
it's very rare.
if he goes away and I can know exactly to within £100 what he's won or lost, or because I know that it's totally consistent.
Yeah,
And
consistency.
the staff, they know what they're doing. We all work to the same pattern. So
Yeah.
Have there been any particularly bad days where it's gone horribly wrong?
well, we had I think it was the year before you came back at Cheltenham. I think we'd already laid a 7,000 to 1 this horse, and it was a syndicate horse. It was one of pipies, and it was 3 or 4 owners, and they all came at each pitch, and they all laid like a 7,000. We all laid almost simultaneously 7,000 to 1. So in effect, we laid a 28,000 to 4, and it was about.
Each of your pitches.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And it was 2 minutes from the off.
I'd love to have seen that.
Christ, it flashed out, and I thought, So I thought, we're going to struggle here. So anyway, I said to somebody, right, go back. My checkbook's in the car. We might need the checkbook. Of course, the person I towed he hadn't come with us. He said, where's your car? Anyway, the odds got to be the short end. I said, I don't bother.
Well, you had to stand it for that in the end.
Oh no, we obviously had some of it, but I didn't want to pay 32 grand cash because I was going to give him a cheque if it had won.
Was that the festival?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Festival, yeah. Could have been worse. They could have asked for the fraction.
Oh yeah, no, that was the festival. I think that was the year before we came back. Anyway, I said to this bloke, he said, "Where's your car then? Which car buy?"
So I mean, as you bet consistently, does that mean that you're never going to have any absolutely phenomenal days, or will you still get it when the Rags win?
Well, yeah, the results were good this year at Cheltenham, weren't they? So
Thursday and Friday were very good. Yeah.
The first 2 days, it was pretty glum. The first 2 days because the results were bad, weren't they? But yeah, Thursday and Friday the results were brilliant. Yeah.
Because at the moment at Cheltenham, you've got really good positions.
Yeah, we bet down. Yeah, at the bottom of 7 of us, and we got 3 of the 7 pitches. Yeah.
But you are a little bit vulnerable in case the Racecourse decides to change all their layout. Does that sort of worry you at all?
Don't give them ideas, Simon.
Don't give them any ideas.
Well, I remember the Lower Tats when I used to work down there. It used to be phenomenal because there were gaps going into the Guinness Village.
Yeah.
And then we got there one year and they closed them all.
Yeah, there's one little walkway now.
Yeah, there's one little walkway.
So, have the number of first of all, where do you bet? What's your roster of places you go?
So, I suppose starting close to home, we've got 4 pitches at Newton Abbot. We've got 2 at Exeter, and we've got a pitch on the rails at Bath, on the rails at Salisbury.
2 at Chepstow.
Chepstow National Hunt. We've got rails and tats. What else we bet? Newbury on the rails for the flat. Royal Ascot Silver Ring.
Worcester Silver
Ring.
So how many days racing on average would you do a week then?
I think it's about 130 days a year. That's before actually, and then point to points.
Yeah.
That you do the points a year. So about another, about 140 days probably.
So have you added pitches or got rid of them since you've been there, Dax?
We've cut down going to every meet, haven't we?
I think that I go to less because I think because I could just tell that we were losing money on certain days basically. So yeah, I mean, for instance, I quite like the Racecourse, but Bath, we could have gone to Bath Wednesday evening, but we keep good records and
you do keep good records.
Yeah, keep decent records on what we take. So. If there's a trend of the last 2 or 3 years or it's not been any good, I won't go.
We don't go to Taunton very much because it's so lopsided that the top 5 bookmakers take all the money, and the rest of us are like, we're in the silver ring basically. So we only go there at Christmas.
Yeah, we're number 8 at Taunton, so
we're number 8.
That should be good.
It's no good because
they changed that ring. You used to face each other in 2 lines.
Yeah, if they'd gone back to the old system, we'd go every meeting. But as it stands, it's not this point. It's going even though we're number 8. So
quite a lot of the business is putting the thought into the way you're going to bet.
Yeah.
But really, it's sort of you kind of know at the start of the year. Really, if you get the fixtures, I'd be pretty sure that within sort of 2 or 3, you'd know how many days you're going to do. It's only like the other day, I think we didn't go to Worcester because the weather, the forecast was so horrendous, and you're outside in the silver ring. I just thought it's not going to be worth it. So weather affects it. And just we look back for the records.
Okay, so when you don't go, Dax, is he checking the results every half an hour?
Well, it's up to him because I don't look. I think I think that's part of it. I think you've got to shrug your shoulders once you've made your decision. You've got to stick by.
There's some nights when you can go to Bath on a Wednesday night on the rails and only take 1,500 quid.
Yeah.
Well, that's fact, and it's just not economical to go. So.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that you're consistent in what you do. So do you want to tell us what a bit more about what your angle is? I mean, do you go through the form of making opinion, or is it all figures? Do you have the favourite losing X amount, or do you know what is the?
Yeah, we basically play the game, don't we? And
Yeah.
we've always got, you know,
Yeah, the favourite's a loser
we
for
always we're always
a small to reasonable amount, really, compared to some of the guys I bet you've interviewed. Second favourite would be a small loser or a taker, and everything else would win, and you know the rags would win well. Opinion wise, I don't think you should have an opinion on every race. I think if you've got an opinion, that's great. We're very lucky with some of the staff we got, especially Q. He's got a great eye for it all. So yeah, if one of us, we'll happily have a lean towards sort of a middle pin, an 8 centre one shot.
Yeah.
But we don't keep favourites really. Very rarely we want to keep a favourite.
And there's certain punters that you know are connected with certain stables. So if they were at a good bet on a middle pin, we'd make that a good winner. See what I mean? We'd go with that.
So that you get a lot of people, especially on social media and stuff, our Racecourse bookmakers, they green up every race, they lose, they win whatever happens. I mean, what's the reality of doing that?
No,
I mean, what is the reality? How many bookmakers do you think would do that? Is it
It's a few
possible
more than
during the
what you
week
think.
even?
I think it's more and more people, more and more are doing it now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a. I know people sort of have a go at it, but I don't. If that's what you want to do, that's what you're gonna. You're gonna make money.
But how much would you have to take to say, for example, green up to win a oneer? And is it feasible to take that sort of money?
I don't know. That's
Depends
a good
where you
question
are,
because
yeah.
we've never done it, have we?
No, we've talked about it a good few times, and lately we've sort of kept tried to sort of like write down what the green up is. I think we tried to do it at Cheltenham, on one of the off meetings perhaps, and we just sort of write what's the green up figure, what have we won, and every time we've done it, we've had a result, and we've thought, no, stick with what we're doing. Not that I think we're getting it right. I'm not going to tell everyone what to do, but every time I thought, oh, maybe we should. I've been sort of pleasantly surprised that I think what we do works for us anyway.